Hey guys, it's Hunt for Games, and welcome back for round 5 of the Rainbow Six Siege top tips for maps. I think it's 5. Is anyone even still counting anymore? This time we're going to tackle the bank. You'd think a bank would be a hard place to break into, but good news, I guess somebody already did it right in through the sewers. Classic sewer entry. There's also a garage that goes like right into the vault. I don't know who designed this bank, but it's like the worst. Anyways, no worries. Let's get into it. Okay, so tip number 1, let's get right into that garage. I mean, I'm as guilty of this as anyone, but the garage entrance is so underutilized. It's amazing. I love the garage. The garage is just freaking awesome. You got a couple cars to hide behind if you're defending or attacking. There's all sorts of open space. It gets you right deep into the heart of the bank, deep into the heart of the bank, right into the vault. From our garage door entrance, who designed this bank? From within the garage, you're physically lower than the door leading in, meaning you can see right under the reinforced doorway entrance and just see feet, you can see people, and blow them away. You can see right down that hallway to the right. If you go to the left, you can sort of see towards the left, but it's not as good as the right. Definitely gives you a chance to lay down some pressure, giving teammates time to get in from other directions. Door to the left of the garage entrance leads all the way up to the second floor. It's a great entry point even if the objective isn't in the vault. The advantage here is mostly the location of the map that you're entering the building from and the underdoor peeking thing. Careful if they're defending it well, there might be a better option. Bringing us to tip number 2, my standard glass tip of the day. Glass has a lot of great options in this map due to its open nature and huge windows just all over the freaking place. Again, bank. What? But my favorite is definitely from the rear entrance in the parking lot. If the objective is in that cubicle room on the first floor, chances are they'll have a couple, maybe 1 or 2 guys hanging out the back of the cubicle room watching that door off to the left, or the right, or the center. To feel comfortable doing this and not getting worried about shot from the right, sometimes they'll have a castle up that window panel at the end of the hallway. Toss in a little drone, there's a nice little drone panel right to the left of the window. See what's going on, maybe mark some guys, and then just start firing at the window. Your glass, so it doesn't matter whether or not it's reinforced by castle. If it's not, anybody can do this. If it is, glass is the best. Just look in the window. I've gotten amazing shots here. I love shooting people through those reinforced windows. That whole hallway and back side is kind of the more defendable side of the room, except from that window. So if they think they're protected, definitely going to be hanging out back there. Glass, 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 glass. I love that glass sniper rifle. I gotta start playing more operators so I have better tips for like fuse. Oh my god, why didn't I talk about fuse? You can fuse the second floor ceiling like everywhere. Okay, so tip number 3. This is for objectives on all floors. There are a million and one ways to get into this bank, but for some odd reason, people tend to stick to the most common entrance ways. The skylight in the back, the plain old front doors, or that kind of rear entrance way into like the side guest, what is that, like a utility room? Or the classic tunnel, or sometimes the garage. But as I was saying before, a lot of people don't use the garage. Anyways, if you run towards that garage, but instead of going inside, climb up on top of that cop car, you can swing around and enter into a relatively safe back office. From this office, you can get a great angle on the whole lobby and even peek upstairs a little bit to that landing where a lot of people hang out if the objective is up there. I never use this weird side entrance. It seems so awesome. I don't know why I don't do it. I was just talking to my friend about it, trying to figure out good tips for this map, and he's like, yeah, why don't we ever use that office? I'm like, that's an amazing office. We tried it out. It's freaking awesome. The best aspect by far, though, is the opportunity to open up a little peephole looking down the hallway. How many times can I say awesome? Once in it's awesome, awesome. You know what's awesome about this awesome video? How awesome it is? Awesome. This hallway has the elevators, the large middle staircase, and the most commonly used entrance into the cubicle room from the entire building. This hallway is used in almost every match at some point by both the defenders and the attacker, regardless of the objective. It's just very centric. People swinging around from one side of the map to the other often will end up going through this hallway. People changing floors will often go through this hallway. People going down the elevator system will often use this hallway. I mean, they have to. They're using the elevators, they're in the hallway. From an attacker's or defender's perspective, it's a fantastic area to keep an eye on from a relative safety of this office. And nobody really goes in there because it's in a weird corner of the building that isn't an objective-centric area, but it's a great spot. So, with large maps come vague tips. Sorry. Tip number 4, which I'm affectionately labeling panels. Just panels. There are ceiling panels all over the place that should be taken advantage of whenever possible. The elevators can get you from the second floor all the way to the basement super quickly by blowing the panels in each elevator. The second floor has some great panels leading to each side of the first floor and some very common objective rooms. Finally, the first floor has some unique entry points into the objective areas in the vault basement area. By the way, who made breachable panels in a bank going down into the vault room? That was dumb. This is some of the vaguest advice I've ever given, but hey, they all offer amazing utility, depending on where the rest of the team is coming from and what the objective is. My favorites are definitely the cubicle room ceiling. There's never a downside if that's the objective room. Panel above the tunnel room, which can destroy a defense in that room. If usually, I guess its bomb is over there sometimes. And the front desk into the vault below. So finally, tip number 5. This time let's talk specifically about the CEO office. This room has one too many entrances to really hold down all at once. I'm not saying it's bad, it's a great defensive position, but it's hard to be in all places at once. So if you're attacking, open up one more entrance and totally screw them over, because at that point they're really getting hit from all sides. Book it right to the smaller skylight at the beginning of the match and drop in as quickly as possible without, like, watching out for roamers and getting shot in the face. If you're fast enough, they might not have had a chance to panel it up yet. Honestly, people panel a little slowly in that room sometimes because they're looking around. There's so many different walls you can panel, they take their time. If they have paneled it, no problem. We're still going to breach the same spot. Take your trusty thermite, go over to the far left corner of the room, so it's like the 4th panel on your right as you come in from the skylight. This is a great panel because you can come in from both sides. You can have some guy closer to the skylight side, some guy further closer to the hallway, and even somebody across the way over on the other side of the 2nd floor landing shooting from a distance. Best part about those, if you do the far left corner, sometimes you can get lucky and actually end up blowing a hole in the wall to the next room, that little like side utility room, allowing you to come in from all sorts of sides. This doesn't happen every time, but why not try? At that point, anybody coming in the windows, the front side, towards the front of the bank, around the back, I mean, you're hitting it from a lot of different directions. It'd be pretty hard to defend that for any good team. And a bad team will be annihilated. Sparta. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for the bank. Let me know in the comments stuff you do or don't love about this map and what kind of tricks you use to keep the advantage. Like the video if you've ever set up the perfect defense in the vault and gotten rocked anyway, because that happens to me all the time. We're always like, oh, we've got this locked down. It's locked. There's no chance. Ah, we're all dead. How did we all die so fast? And subscribe if you haven't already. I've got plenty of maps left to do. By the time I finish them all, they'll probably have added new maps, so I'll have to keep going anyway. So, anyways, thanks for watching. All right, that'll do. I'll do, pig. I'll do, pig. I'll do.